Okay, welcome back to Bang Seng here in Thailand, just outside of Bangkok. We are playing here back in the women's tournament, 3rd and 4th place between Kazakhstan and Hong Kong. And we welcome to our commentary box Shano Pereira from Sri Lanka, who is currently the Sri Lankan women's national coach. Shano, welcome to Thailand with the Asian 7 Series.
Thank you very much, matey. I mean, it's been a very good pleasure sitting up here. But of course, considering the weather, I'm just delighted that the weather has turned and the sun is shining in Thailand.
Oh, it's been a mixed bag of play today with the conditions underfoot being heavy. So hopefully it's going to be a good spectacle one in the 3rd and 4th place here between Hong Kong and Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's car receives the kickoff here, running from left to right. And we've got no excuses between these two teams here to show that ball from left to right of the pitch.
There's going to be no love lost between these two sides. A lot at stake. Points in the Asian Women's Series as well at the whole story. So it'll be interesting to see how far Kazakh is going to commit on the outside.
Yeah, I think they've been renowned to have the physicality. They're brutal forwards taking it up at the Route 1.
That's it, just channel one, hit up, boom. Try and get it sorted out and then just link it up. A few mistakes, but Hong Kong will look to strike and strike quickly.
Yep, I think some good clear ball here now, and they're taking it wide. But yeah, exactly what we said. It said Kazakhstan decided to just take it straight into contact.
Well, we played Kazakhstan in the Cup quarterfinals, and as you talk about the physicality, and that's exactly what Sri Lanka found out. But I'm proud to say that the girls matched up in terms of the defense and putting the pressure on.
And a great result for your girls this morning too.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that in the half-time, hopefully. But these Kazakh girls, I'll tell you, they're as big as the men's side.
Yeah, they sure are. And there you go. That's shown at set-piece time. So it's vital at the game of sevens. If you don't win your set-piece, you're just chasing the ball all day.
True. But you've seen the stature of the pack players now, the forwards in the sevens game, growing in stature. And it's remarkable to see how big some of these girls are.
And here we go out here. Hong Kong, they've just got some really interesting concepts, and they've got some game breakers, but they've also got some players who actually like the contact. So they maybe got a bit of opportunity here. Chrissy Gordon taking the ball, and she's probably one of the most prominent players within the squad there.
Well, she's a lot of work. She has a huge work rate on her, Chrissy does. And you can see the girls just making sure that they protect that ball well. Here you go, boom! Trying to get through that, and does really well.
Both teams have just been very patient with the ball in hand.
Oh, too much pace on the outside, mate.
This is what Hong Kong is wanting all day.
Beautiful. Fabulously done. And that's how easy it gets when you got good pace on the outside.
Oh, exactly. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Kazakhstan wanted to try and slow down every ruck ball. Kazakhstan would prefer not them to be pushing it out wide, but yeah, you got to take your hands off to Hong Kong. They've got strike power, as you said earlier on, to take it up into the contact, and when it's on, and then inevitable 5 points later.
True, and of course, with the conversion to come, with the conditions underfoot, it's been a little bit dodgy as to if you get that ball to actually bounce up for the drop kick. But having said that, if you look at the pace out wide now for some of these big teams, well, right now it's really down to the business end, and it comes down to fitness and conditioning and how much petrol you've got in that big tank. And these sides will now sort themselves out. This is for 3rd and 4th, and then you've got the big cup final coming up, so lots to look forward to.
Well, the thing is, when you're looking at 3rd and 4th place, and the two top teams are going to be playing later on for the women's division, there isn't much part between these 4 teams.
True. That's it, beautiful in the corner. That's what a winger should always dream about doing, and there she is again taking off the restart. So still work for her, and good to see. Well, it's a fair decision to go down the park, because that's always good to pin the opposition back and get your line up and have a good D. The defense is so important. Kazakhstan under a lot of pressure. Oh,
turnover. It's going to go, and
try time.
They get great ploy. Kick long, put a lot of pressure on them. Kazakhstan didn't consolidate. I think maybe it panicked a little bit, and Hong Kong just put too much pressure on inside the goal.
That's it. If you see the replay, that the restart kick was very deep and quite flat. Kazakhstan were quite shy in getting up to the ball there, and once they did, Hong Kong had already come up with their D, and the defense was right up with pressure, and there was a bit of panic there between the Kazakh players, and that resulted in a very simple try, soft try in the end, but just shows what you can do with a good kickoff and a good plan.
Well, exactly, and I think what Kazakhstan need to do is just take ball in the hand, and here we go. Here is a great opportunity, put so much pressure on, spilt the ball in the tackle, and picked it up for 5-pointer.
That's it. Nice 5 points and restart again now. Kazakhstan staying a fair distance away from that 10-meter mark. There you go. That's a short ball. I just said that because it seemed that they were really far deep. But Kazakhs also got some pace now. One-on-one. Falling nicely on that ball, but she's got to get up quickly. She does really well. Does absolutely well for her side. Held it on till her teammates got back. That's really well done by Hong Kong. Now they try to spin it wide. Bring it back in again. Roll away, says the referee. You can hear that call very clearly. Good rucking Kazakhstan.
Good counter rucking. Got the ball in hand. Brilliant.
Very good strike.
And exactly the same, just a bit of the opposite from one end, where Hong Kong put pressure down at the other end to score their 5, and Kazakhstan decided why not do the same at this end. So well done to Kazakhstan. Counter ruck it and then had numbers out wide.
Well, that is definitely their strength. They're so strong in the ruck areas, in the cleanups. They're really very, very physical with that. And that is their strength, definitely. I mean, they're trying to bring the game back to that. They're trying to slow it down and keep it close. So you can see that, and good profit for them from that little play.
That's taken the score out 10 points to 5, and here's a replay here with the try scored. Teammate not being too selfish and looking for the overlap.
Excellently done, and they'll be quite relieved with that. Now they're back, game on. So here we go, more pressure. Getting up quickly on that ball. Look at that, Hong Kong staying away from it. And sacrificing penalty as well. My goodness, that can't be good for the side. That's definitely an error in thinking more than anything else. They should have really caught that. It was an easy catch. But
well, it was, and it's allowed Hong Kong straight back into the game again. So, you know, it's scored at 12 points to 5. That's still open for sure in the first half. Tap and go Kazakhstan.
Oh, yes, game on. Oh, just couldn't get the offload right with that one-hand pass. It looked like it was going to be Kazakhstan coming up with the points, and Hong Kong did well.
Exactly, and it brings us to half-time with Hong Kong leading 12 points to 5 against Kazakhstan, but you still say that Kazakhstan are in this game, son.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. Second half is going to be very interesting. 7 minutes of pressure between these two sides. No love lost, as we said at the start, but now with the score line now, lying as it is, I'm telling you this much, Kazakhstan are going to up the level.
Well, yeah, I'm sure both coaches are going on there, and you know, well, there's a couple of things that are working well, but you've only got 7 minutes, and it's you've got no other chance after this. You've got third and fourth place to see how we go anyway. But back to early on, your Sri Lankan ladies team, a successful afternoon.
Well, yes, I mean, you know, when we came out to Thailand, there was a little bit of hesitation about what level we're going to be playing at. We knew we were in a tough group because we had Hong Kong and Thailand, which is the host union as well. I think the weather really changed the whole story on day one, because all of the teams found it really difficult to get on. You know, because not all the teams came out with long studs boots, and the conditions here at the ground was very much the soggy option. And we played our first game against Hong Kong and couldn't really hold up. The Hong Kong girls were a lot heavier, and the second game against Thailand, gratefully the rain stayed away and we were able to post the 5 points that made the difference. That gave us a cup quarter final against Kazakhstan, and I'll tell you, they were very glad to get in the ice baths out.
Oh, I'm sure they were. Battered and bruised, but your girls played extremely great options and ball carry, and just the passion was there more than anything else I could see.
I got to say that, mate. I'll tell you this much, they worked so hard. We've been working for about 6 weeks under a lot of pressure. We had a camp for about 3 weeks out of that. And we really stepped up on the physical training aspect of it, on the hard yards and in the gym, and really paid off. And I think the girls themselves didn't really believe at the start when we were working so hard that there was purpose in what we were doing. But when you're able to come out and still maintain and keep the petrol going, you begin to understand.
Well, congratulations to you anyway, and good development here in Sri Lanka Rugby Union anyway. So back to the second half with Sri Lanka kicking off, right to left, Hong Kong taking the ball in position just outside the 5 metre mark. Yes,
absolutely. Now the pressure's on. Kazakhstan now just putting Hong Kong under pressure. Just on that post. Boom! That was a good tackle. But yes, that was the ball went forward in the process. So you can see Kazakhstan have come out of the huddle in that at the end of the first half, deciding we're going to run at Hong Kong. We're not going to stand off and watch. We're going to put pressure on our D and get it sorted out.
Well, I think it's all down to the kick receives, and but all of the teams that have kicked long have put pressure on. So there's a master plan for that of some sort. So let's see if Kazakhstan can capitalise on this one.
Yes, very much so. And you're talking about the pressure. And it's something that coaches spend a lot of time talking about, is how to put pressure on the other side with ball in hand and without ball. There's a good strike. Numbers on the outside, but really bad pass.
Yeah, Hong Kong's probably lucky that Kazakhstan made that little slight error, but there's still no pressure, even though it's the Hong Kong feed. I'm sure that Kazakhstan, mentally wise, would say, well, we're in the zone.
That's it. I can imagine what's going on in that scrum. The scrum half saying, we're going to have a 3-man shove here, or a 3-goal shove, whatever you want to call it. The fact is, they're going to put some pressure on the scrum, try and weed in the process. Let's have a look. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. There is a lot of pressure in that. Oh, good tackle. Kazakhs putting everything into that. There's 3 people in that ruck.
Oh, brilliant.
There you go. Just hitting up, sucking in defenders. Now looking for numbers. They really don't have much options unless she goes up the middle.
Yeah, there's probably no reason to go wide. It could be route 1, and this is probably going to play in favour into Kazakhstan's hands.
Yes, very much so. They've committed 1, 2, 3, 4 to that ruck. There's more people now. They're set into a maul situation. Now it develops into a ruck, but criminal behavior from the Kazakh forwards, killing that ball there, not rolling away. So it gives Hong Kong a chance to get out of jail.
Interesting choice with the tap and go and having to go out wide. I know this has got some speeds, and this is probably why they're doing it.
Oh, beautiful cover defense.
Outside. Nice pop pass.
Great support. Where's the support now? Still available. Yes. She's in. She's in. Oh, beautiful from Hong Kong. From their own goal line. Heading up one side. Good support play. Forwards taking up, and then 3-quarter play. Outstanding stuff. I mean, you begin to wonder why they're playing for the 3rd and 4th place sometimes.
Well, you do wonder, Jeremy. Tap and go right outside their goal line. Had the confidence and goes, hey, we've done it a few times. Let's do it again. They went around the outside and got shut down by the Kazakhstan winger. And there we go. Whoa.
Yes, we'll have a look at the replay and see how effective that Hong Kong support is. And that's why we always say, doesn't matter how much of a break you make, always have 2 players in support, running close enough, 1 wide, 1 close, as an option. As an option. Just keep running.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to see the replay here on your screens, but it was all about basically busting to get to support your players.
Very much so. We hope you're enjoying this HSBC Asian 7 Series broadcast. Great opportunity for us to talk it live here in Thailand. The lights are on at this Chonburi Stadium. Restart for Kazakhstan. Nice catch.
What I'm liking at the moment is both teams are actually having to go and playing some really good, attractive rugby here.
It's very committed rugby. It's very physical. There's nothing short of committing everything you have. Oh, that was a tough angle to take, and she took it well. Little bit of panic there from Kazakhstan. Really wasn't part of the plan, I'm sure.
No. Well, the score takes us out to 17 points to 5. Worth an injury time. Yeah, I'm sure either way, after this results, I'm sure both teams, the way they've been playing could have been playing in that first and second slot. So I'm sure they'll be a bit disappointed to be playing in the third and fourth, but at the moment they can take a lot of positive things moving into the next leg.
True. And of course it's 2 legs. You've got to try and accrue as much points as you can. And they will settle for third and fourth slot and take those points to Pune for the next leg in November. And it's a lot of pressure from then onwards, of course, to see where you end up in the women's series. And the possibility of a slot opening up in the Hong Kong Sevens, which is a wonderful prize to look forward to.
Oh, I think so. So it's a great incentive for anyone. So we've still got a few more minutes left in this second half, so anything could happen.
And that was Kazakhstan guilty of delaying, not listening to the referee's call. Nicely cleaned up by Hong Kong, looking for the short side. The referee said forward pass. These are tired hands and tired minds trying to sort themselves out, trying to get into position, trying to scream and bark as much as you can and suck as much oxygen in the process. And to remember what we did in practice, it's not easy.
Exactly. It's within the game at sevens. I know it's only 7 minutes and a half, but it's a long 7 minutes for a lot of these people out there.
And it's a very long pitch, mate. When you're playing in the last 4 minutes and you have to run that whole distance and keep coming back, getting the scrums, getting the line out sorted out, you've got to respect the amount of work that these girls do.
Great tackle. Great first up tackles by these players.
Here we go, kick and chase. Who's got the legs? I think Kazakhs by a long way. She gets the ball past. Is she going to get over the line though? Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
did she score?
No, in goal touch. It's going drop out 22.
Oh, I'll never. That looked like a sure thing, but she just angled the kick wrong. And the Hong Kong player, well done by her. She just kept going on.
Exactly, it was just a roll, just keep going from spinning and spinning instead of going end over end of bounce up. Wow, that was a great chase.
That is a face of absolute commitment. Look at her, she's really out of puff, but she gave it everything she had to get back to the line. And that's what you want from your players, to turn back and really turn the engine on. A few gears left, there's very little petrol, but you use up whatever you got left. Well done.
Well, they train him up, and you well know for yourself and with your national girls, and you've got to train these girls in the last 3 or 4 minutes. And here we go. This was a sure from Kazakhstan, but just to the right of the camera on Hong Kong. Great effort, great defensive effort.
Outstanding, really well done. I mean, if you want to put your hand up for effort, there it is.
17 points to 5, and I'm sure it's only about maybe 3 minutes to go in the second half. We've seen a few of these unconventional throw-ins from underarm.
Oh!
Great work.
Outstanding stuff. Beautiful try.
That is brilliant.
Kazakhstan coming back from nowhere, really. Just had good possession. It's the first time they've actually run at Hong Kong and used those passes and used the offload really well and used their line. Outstanding.
Well, I think considering early on in the day where the conditions were quite heavy, the ball was slippery, and there was a lot of mistakes, but the ball handling in that facets was just, I couldn't have done better myself. And third and fourth place taken out. It was a great game by both teams. I think it could have gone either way with the final score 17 points to 10. I think another few more minutes it could have changed, mate.
Yes, absolutely. Another 2 minutes. Anything was possible. But at the end of the day, delighted faces on the Hong Kong side. They worked hard for this. They didn't expect to be down here, but here they are. And they'll settle for third place now. And Kazakhs settle for 4. Well, it's going to be one of those things because I think both these sides, when I saw them earlier on, had expectations right at the top. But as you say, Japan and China have outplayed themselves in terms of commitment. And there's that final scoreline, 17-10 to Hong Kong. Hong Kong end up in third and Kazakhs in fourth.
But as you said, these